Hello and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm the executive producer here, John Bates, and I've got a few pre-show notes for you. First of all, I'd like to thank our $25 tier supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, Samantha Bates, and Maureen Montee, without whom we wouldn't be able to do much, especially not all the content that we put forward now. I also want to thank all the people that have joined on with us since the, I would say, successful experiment that was Midsummer Night's Dream. If you're interested in that, go check out our YouTube channel, where youtube.com/Sensaku, where we performed the world's first, as far as we're aware, live stream production of a community theater performance of A Midsummer Night's Dream. That sounds like a lot of qualifiers. It's more just because that's the way I talk. Please go enjoy them, give us feedback, let us know if you'd like to see more of that in the future. If you'd like to support us financially, you can do so on our Patreon page at patreon.com/FSFilms. You can also follow us on Twitter at Final Show Films, or follow me personally at John A. Bates for all future updates and live notifications for our live stream. In the meantime, sit back, relax, enjoy. Being picked up by anyone, so they can hear you guys, but they can't hear me.
We know we can't hear
that. now they can hear me. Thanks, viewer at home, for letting me know that you couldn't hear me literally 2 seconds after I said it when you couldn't hear me.
I mean, it's a delay thing. So
no, that's fair. No, it's fair. It's fair. So, hello everybody, welcome back to Gran Terra Rebirth. I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films, as well as Game Master for the evening, and I'm joined tonight by William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Gashka Stormcaller, the half-orc barbarian.
And Jeremy.
Hello, my name is Jeremy. I am playing Harry, the halfling battle master fighter.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Hope Asmar, rogue barbarian. Nonsense.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron, and I'm playing Lulu, the halfling blood hunter.
And Cody.
Cody. I'm playing Corbin, the human battle master / paladin.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I'm playing Gwynferon Manar, the high elf divination wizard, as well as Ashkel, the wood elf warlock who lives in his brain.
Wait a minute, Gwyn has a last name?
Yes,
we had this revelation like 2 weeks ago.
I mean, I usually do my intro and then get to typing, so I miss what everybody introduces themselves as.
Yes, we have now had the revelation that Jack has a last name.
Jack has a last name? Yes, of course. I would hope Jack has a last name.
No.
Wait, Jack has a last name too?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I carpooled to see it. I carpooled with him once. He did not tell me that. I was not aware.
No, it's a secret. Anyways, some of you listening may notice that I am in stereo now. If you haven't tuned into previous streams in which I've been in stereo now, I fixed my mic. Anyways, when last we left off, Gran Terra Rebirth, the party discovered a murder most foul. Well, a series of... I mean, it's not really a murder if it's more than one person. It's more of a, massacre at that point.
Serial killing is still murder.
Multiple murders committed en masse in one location at the same time.
Murder.
Mass murder.
What you're looking for is
Another word for that.
There we go.
Slaughter.
There we go.
Yes.
Slaughter.
Massacre.
Mass. Anyways, death occurred.
People happens to be dead.
and after the Core Knight Rangers did some investigation, they determined that this mass slaughter was performed by some sort of chimera-like individual, a humanoid that had multiple different aspects of other beasts sort of stapled to itself. They recruited the adventuring party to go and deal with the creature, because why throw their own people when there's a group of reckless adventurers perfectly willing to throw away their lives in their stead? And allowed the group to, or a couple of the group, to go and investigate, to take a look at the crime scene to see if they could find anything that was missing. After doing so and regrouping together, the group has made their way out to the location that the Rangers had tracked the creature to, and have made their way in. A series of stealth checks was made as the group attempted to move forward and ambush the entity. Harry and Corbin did not roll very well, so the creature turned around, and when last we left off, so you have this, again, I will once again describe a pale, basically white skin, like snow white skinned orc individual that has attached to one arm a much larger and more beastly reptilian scaled arm, very reminiscent of a troll. Has 6 tendrils emanating out of its back, sort of whipping around, a series of multicolored eyeballs sort of stapled into its left arm, as well as one massive eyeball just underneath the sternum in its torso, and legs that sort of end in draconic claws rather than feet, as well as teeth that seem to be filled with a mouth that seems to be filled with teeth that do not match the size or category of the creature that has them.
I'm gonna get that arm.
And that guy's eyeball.
I get the arm and the eyeball all in one.
As the creature turns around to look at Harry and Corbin, or at least Harry, who had rushed up to it, the eye on its chest sort of irises open. See, it's large. Whereas the other eyeballs have like sort of a typical white sclera with just different colored irises, this one looks very, very almost alien compared to the other eyeballs. The sclera is sort of an iridescent purple color, with an iris that sort of seems to oscillate between a black with a multitude of white specks in it, to the opposite of a white with black specks in it, as it's none of you have ever seen an eyeball quite like this, much less in the chest of a.
I've played Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I've seen an eyeball like this before.
In universe.
But for us, played Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
I just have to add that I just have to note that I literally just realized I created Rocket Raccoon the Halfling.
Did.
So
I
I'm
didn't
the funny
realize that.
halfling who's into murder.
I was going to say,
Smart one.
I think both of you kind of created Rocket Raccoon the Halfling, yeah.
And as it turns to look at Harry, you notice that it begins to shimmer in front of you. And it looks almost like it begins to blink sort of in and out of reality, popping back in just aside from where it was, almost as if it kind of looks like if you've ever had a really bad photocopy of something where like a single image is like sort of supplanted over itself multiple times at slightly different adjustments. It's sort of what it begins to look like as it turns to look at Harry. I'm gonna have everyone go ahead and roll initiative now.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Delightful.
Switch. Go.
It rolled like shit.
Good.
So we can tell.
Good for it.
Wait, this is it?
Ew, that's terrible. 15.
It's a
Does it
lot.
have a red balloon? Does it have a red balloon? Is it going pop?
No, absolutely not. 100% not. Fuck you.
Congratulations, everyone is going ahead of it.
Yes.
As a note, mechanically, while it is currently in this sort of blinking state, any attacks against it have disadvantage.
Okay.
So, Lulu, You're up first.
All right, let's see if I can even get to it. I probably can't. Huh. Yeah, there's no way I can get up there. Is this area just completely clear, or is it?
Yeah, the area where there isn't rubble is fairly cleared out.
Given what we previously established about how my armor works, can I? It essentially allows me to. Sorry, I will pull up the exact wording you gave me.
Yes.
Yeah, this is not the entire flavor text, but this is the mechanical text that is relevant.
Essence of Shadowfell is imbued into the armor, allows the wearer to force the perception of others to slip past them when standing still, allowing them to hide in plain sight.
So can I take my move action and then use that, or
yes,
no?
you can. Though, as you are standing where you are, you notice that normally your armor has like the sort of bits of shadow that just sort of pour out of certain aspects of it that let you know its magical ability is working. Currently, that shadow is not there.
Well, I need to be close to it to hit it, so I'm gonna do what I can. I guess that is just gonna be, let's see, yeah, because my movement is, what's 45? 45 times 2 is 90.
Yes.
So actually, I can get up to it. Awesome.
Get straight to its face. Yes.
So I already transformed before we went in, so I am here now and gonna be making some attacks.
All right.
Or wait, that's a dash, so I'm there now.
All right.
Which basically just puts me there.
Is your bonus action attack with your claws only when you already made the attack action?
It's only when I've made an attack action. Also, I'm dual wielding at the moment. But I was going to activate right. My Crimson Right. And let's put it on. And I have no idea what this thing is, so we're just going to go for Psychic.
Psychic's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you're just outside the cone, so it does work. You sort of whip the which weapon are you putting on first?
I don't have, unless you want to give me them. I dashed here, so I can't attack right now.
No, I know, but you're putting your right on a weapon.
On my primary weapon.
So you're
which is my sword,
Oh,
I believe. Yeah, I have a standard offhand and a standard main.
Yeah. So you whip one of your weapons across. It slices, and this purplish glow emanates off the weapon.
Yep.
And as you get to the part where you're at right now, you notice that shadow coming out of your arm as you are outside the cone. All right, Corbin.
So hopefully that's distracting, but that's all I can do.
I am just gonna do the same thing and dash forward, and I can. Right there, and bonus action, I will set my spear to receive a charge if it gets within my range. Let me throw that in chat.
Corbin, do you have any magical items that have a visual effect?
My spear, you said, has lightning crackle around it every once in a while.
So as you move forward, you notice that the typical sort of lightning spark that comes out of your spear is not currently active. Harry.
All right. Do I notice that as well?
Do any of your weapons have a visual magical effect?
No, but do I notice that Corbin's is not crackling?
Yes. Yeah, you would. You would.
Okay.
Notice as Corbin was That's right. You would notice that. You would
Good.
notice that Corbin's
I was terrified you were going to say roll a perception check, and I was
no,
like,
no,
nope, I don't.
You're aware enough of combat, and Corbin just ran past you that that's the thing.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Uh, and you know what? From here, we will just have to strike first blood. Have to strike first blood. So we are going. Hand axe goes, or rather, 3 hand axes go flying at him. I would do 4, but I only have 3.
So 3 hand axes and a rock.
All right. First attack, 11.
11
Second attack,
misses.
a 9.
9
Third
misses.
attack, a 20.
A 20 hits.
Yay! I drew first blood.
So you.
I
you
hate to step on anybody's toes, but aren't all these at disadvantage?
They are. They are all at disadvantage. Actually, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank
reminding me
you.
of that.
I
Sorry.
Mother. 17 then.
Misses.
You have a third attack though, so make another
that
attack
would be 2
roll.
attacks at disadvantage. So make a third one.
You know what? I'm going to make, because you can do this retroactively, I'm going to make that one a precision attack,
Okay, which means what?
which means I had a superiority die to the attack roll.
Okay.
Here's where I roll a 2. Nope.
Hey.
28.
That hits. Yes.
28.
2 slashing damage.
All right. So really quick.
You still have a third.
Well, hang on, because this
Yes.
affects the third
Oh,
attack.
okay.
So the first one, the first axe throws, and you think you hit it, but as it sort of runs to hit, the creature just vanishes and reappears slightly off to the side, so the axe goes wide. You flick the third one, sort of side hand, or the second one. You flick the second one side hand, and as it spins, it sort of curves slightly, like a boomerang almost. And so it blinks out of the way, but where it reappears is the course correction of the hand axe. So
Right.
it connects. As it connects, the sort of blinking effect stops. You deal 2 damage to it, and your next attack is not at disadvantage.
Excellent. I have to mark out the superiority die.
I will put a marker on it. I'm putting
16.
I'm putting this little cancel marker on it. So long as that cancel marker is on it, it is not blinking, so your attacks do not have disadvantage.
All right.
16 does not hit.
Yeah.
The third one, it just sort of like bats the hand axe out of the way with its troll arm.
That's okay. I did my job for this round.
You got first blood.
I mean, I got first blood and I turned off its cool blinkiness.
Gashkar.
Okay.
You notice that Storm Herald is not talking, and is also not lightning electrifying.
We're gonna dash over. I'm assuming, has it noticed all of us? I'm assuming.
No, it doesn't seem like it's noticed anybody but the 3 that are right in front of it.
Okay. In which case, then
The 3 morsels that have hand delivered themselves.
let's see. Stealth is half your movement speed, but or I could just go all out. I mean, I don't exactly have sneak attack. Yeah, we're gonna dash. We're just gonna go full out over here. Pink.
All right. As you get to there, you hear the electricity on Storm Herald comes back on, and you hear a voice in your head going, "Don't stand in front of that fucker."
Got it. And I will. Let's see. What weapon do I have? And it was Storm Herald.
Because intelligent weapons don't like being turned off.
No, they don't.
Most people don't like being turned off.
Aaron. Oh. I will rage.
All right.
It is not close enough, unfortunately, for me to bolt it, but
All right, that makes it Gwynferon's turn. Gwyn, from where you're at, you're behind a bunch of rubble, but you would have noticed. Nope, you're right outside it. All right, so you're fine as far as you're aware.
Derp derp.
Hi.
Yeah, so I'm still invisible.
Yeah, you're still invisible.
Right, yeah. So as far as I know, everything is fine. He's gonna dash as well to here.
All right.
Invisible.
Doing anything else? Or no? Sections?
I was gonna say, bonus. I don't think I have any functional bonus actions currently. So nope, we're gonna hold there, I think.
All right, and Hope.
All right, let's try insightful fighting.
Yes.
God damn it! One of these times, insight check versus
Inside versus his what?
Deception. Come on, 24.
We got the wrong guy.
He rolled a 15. So
Yes.
what does
All
inside
right.
fighting give you again?
It gives me sneak attack even if I have disadvantage.
And
that's it.
oh, well, you don't have disadvantage anymore, but
Yeah, but if that comes back,
yeah,
that's useful. Yeah, it gives me nothing else. Just gives me that. That's all I need. And that was my bonus action. So then I'm gonna just go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. There, and for my action, bonus action, I use insightful fighting for action. Bonus action, hide.
all right.
It's gonna
Sounds
Another
legit.
stealth check.
okay. 32.
Yeah, no, it doesn't fucking notice you. It's
That's
not too
my
terribly concerned though, because it's its turn now.
Yep.
There a menacing and otherworldly growl escapes from this creature's maw as it turns to look at the three of you. You notice the hand axe that's currently sort of embedded in its chest just above the eyeball. You see steam rise out of the wound as the hand axe just gets pushed out by seemingly the muscle itself and just clatters to the ground, the wound sealing back over as it does. And it's gonna shift forward. And that. Yes, and I need Lulu, Harry, and Corbin to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
As it moves, it shifts between the three of you, bares its claw, and spins around rapidly, its claw and all 6 tentacles lashing out at all 3 of you.
Lulu, remember you've got foresight, as long as you're not in the anti-magic field.
Everything at the moment, and you said I'm not affected by the anti-magic right now. But 13.
You're not currently.
$18.
Nice.
Got. Wow, 17, really? You know, Yeah, no, I'm not going to use my Indomitable on this one. We'll save that
Right.
for later.
So all 3 of those are failures.
Figured.
And you all take 45 points of slashing damage
Eh.
as it spins around, ripping and slashing at the 3 of you.
Is this considered magical slashing damage?
Yes, it is considered magical slashing.
Okay. 43, you said?
Yeah, 45.
45.
Oh, sorry.
45. And as it does so, it sort of turns to face Corbin. And just sort of like has its eyes, its many eyes looking at Harry and Lulu, but the big central eye is facing Corbin. And as it does, Gwynfron, you suddenly find yourself visible.
Heyo.
And you are not hearing anything from Weaveborn. And that's going to be the end of its turn. And at the end of its turn, it begins the blinking in and out again.
Okay.
Lulu. Currently facing...
Okay, so the bottom of the portrait is its
Yeah,
is
so
its gate.
That is
The bottom of
one
the portrait
thing-
will be where... So the bottom of the portrait is where the cone originates from.
Yeah, that is one thing that Roll20 that it would be nice if you could institute is cone auras.
Yes, cone auras
Yeah.
would be lovely.
Yep. Mhm.
I understand you'd probably have to have a few different ones for different rule sets. Because I think Shadowrun or something has a very different cone system.
Yeah.
But
But it would be nice.
Yeah, so Lulu, your turn.
I mean, it's not like beholders aren't like the iconic Dungeons and Dragons character.
I know, right?
okay. Oh, I have a stupid idea and I have a logical idea. No, we're going logical for right now. We'll let Harry do the potentially tactical stuff if she has better plans. But for a lot of reasons, I have advantage. And I have one reason to have disadvantage. Harry is also in melee, giving me advantage. He's blinking, which gives me disadvantage. I have foresight, which gives me advantage.
So you
Am
have,
I missing anything that
so
would
you
give
have
me
advantage
another?
then.
Yeah. Okay. 20th level play, guys. I love it, but this gets finicky.
Smack that fucker and turn it off.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Are you using your psychic right weapon?
I am.
Okay.
Only one of the weapons will be. Is there something about that I should know before rolling?
Not that you should know before rolling, no.
Okay. So this is the one that has a psychic right on it. Natural 20.
So go ahead and roll that damage. And
Okay.
wait.
This damage is not psychic, it's just magical slashing.
Yes.
And would you like me to roll the psychic?
Yes.
Or wait.
Go ahead and roll the psychic
Okay.
damage.
I'm rolling it twice
Yes.
because so that is the psychic, and I'll let you do whatever
So
needs to be with that.
you swing in with this purple glowing weapon.
Mhm.
And as you come close to it, the creature's eyes glow an equally purple color.
Mhm.
And as they do, you see this sort of almost shield-like effect ripple off of it that your sword hits and connects with. As it connects with it, the purple shield explodes back out at you. You still deal the slashing damage to it as your sword bites in, but the psychic damage is rebounded against you, so you take 14 psychic
shit.
damage.
All right. Okay.
That sucks.
It's fine. I can reflexively turn that off.
Yeah.
So I'm turning that off
And-
before making my second attack. Because it's essentially concentration.
Yeah, so you immediately drop that right.
Well, it's not super relevant.
Yeah. Don't hit it with your brain.
As Harry was literally about to headbutt it. Shit.
A 26 hits.
Fine.
I mean,
bought
Harry
this
can
special
probably
helmet for
determine what Lulu means,
yeah.
given you saw that happen.
Yeah.
But
The hit does indeed cause him to stop blinking.
okay, well, advantage is still just
Yeah,
that.
you still have advantage. It doesn't matter, but I don't know everyone else
26?
has 26 hits.
14 slashing damage, and then my offhand attack.
It hits.
9 and that's all magical
Yep.
weapons that he's not currently deactivating. So
You're not in the.
no, I'm not.
All right, that makes it Corbin's turn.
It's not super relevant right now because you turned it off, but for future, your Crimson Right damage die at 20th level should be a D10. It's still a D8 on your
Right,
damage roll.
right. That yes, I'll fix that. Sorry.
No worries.
I'm gonna shift to over here, so I'm out of the cone.
Yep, and as you move out from in front of him, that lightning comes back to your spear.
Okay. Bonus action. I'm gonna pull my last potion off. Chug it. I'm enlarged,
Boom! Giant Corbin.
and I'm gonna attack. And first one is going to be I'm gonna try to trip it.
Okay.
So, first attack is 21.
21 hits.
Technically, aren't you at advantage for being flanking with Lulu?
Yeah, you are flanking with
yep.
Lulu.
25.
Also
So,
hits. So 17
so
and 3.
17 piercing, 13 or 3 thunder, and it's got to make a 19 strength saving
So
throw.
you stab in to try to trip it, and as you pull the leg out from underneath it, it doesn't fall. It just sort of hovers. It just sort of looks at you and puts the foot back on the ground.
Okay. Well, it still does extra damage too.
You still get the extra
So,
damage, but it is immune to prone.
An extra 8 points. Then
So there's a lot of mechanics that go into this boss.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then if that is the case,
I mean, you did it to yourself.
Oh, I did. I absolutely did.
yeah, I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm just.
Little worried we
got
haven't
it,
seen the
so,
legendary actions yet, if I'm honest.
Oh, and an extra 1 point of damage from being enlarged.
Yep.
Uh,
And-
so,
You still have advantage.
yep. 27.
Hits.
13 plus 5 plus 1. And then,
I love that both times the enlarged damage has been 1.
yeah, well, it's only a d4. And then, yeah. What's the other things I can do? This is what I have this up for. Last one is going to be a menacing attack. So it's got to make a DC 19 wisdom saving throw if I hit.
Okay.
So, advantage
What is menacing? What effect is menacing put on?
makes it afraid of me.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Right
27.
Assuming that it is not afraid of fear. Or immune to fear.
And 3. So 8, 21, 29, 32
You get
points.
this as you stab into it. You get the sense you've experienced this before. You get the sense that it is not affected by your menacing.
Okay. All right.
Well, that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I did everything.
So at the end of your turn, it's going to use one of its legendary actions. Speaking.
Thank you for reminding it of legendary actions.
Hey, I didn't remind it. I reminded the GM.
Oh no, it was just waiting because it only has a certain number.
Yeah,
of
that's what I was worried about.
I can dehumanize our DM if I want to.
Somebody roll me Somebody roll me a d10.
Okay.
Or
Yeah. Fine.
All right,
You do it.
Harry, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As
I will
one of the
not do that
eyes-
successfully, I'm sure.
As one of the eyes on its
Nope.
sort of on the back end of its left arms rotates, and a pink beam just shoots out and connects with Harry. You are currently slowed for 1 minute. Your speed is halved. You can't take reactions, and you can take either an action or a bonus action on your turn, but not both.
Oh, hold on.
Indomitable.
Wait, no, that's gnomes. Never mind. No, I can't. Yes, I thought of Indomitable, but I can't do that after the effect. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
I thought Indomitable is if you fail,
no.
then you
You can reroll
Yeah,
a
if you
saving
fail,
throw that you
once
fail.
you know
Yeah.
you failed it. So, would you like to use
Yeah.
Indomitable?
Fuck yes.
Go ahead.
Come on.
God!
You. Fuck you.
Same rule of the die.
For those listening at home, Jeremy rolled exactly a 15 twice.
With a plus
Four.
11.
Yeah, you have a huge modifier. I got lucky earlier.
Oh. Yeah, you are.
I regret my choice in dehumanizing our team.
You can't.
I have learned my mistake.
So you can't take reactions. You can only take either an action or a bonus action on your
Yeah, I'm
turn.
functionally useless. I am aware what slow means.
This isn't a
You
spell,
can-
is it?
Hey,
And
at
you
least your attacks do a lot of attacks.
And you can repeat
No,
the
I
saving
only get-
throw.
Oh.
You only get one attack. My
Yeah.
4 attacks just became 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Like-
can repeat the saving throw on your next turn. So
For the
which
next
is-
10 turns,
Oh,
I'm functionally useless.
Corbin, could you turn on your aura for your saving throws? Because I don't know if Harry's actually within it.
I'm at the point where I get a.
I
No,
feel
he's
like
not
a
high enough
19
level.
Not gonna help.
yeah. It's a 5-foot save. If it's a 5-foot aura, Harry's outside of it. It's Harry's turn.
Great. I hit. I did 10 slashing. My turn is done.
Make an dexterity saving throw again. Because you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn.
Another 4.
Wow! Holy shit!
Oh my God! Jeremy's back in town, everybody.
You rolled a 15
Mother
3 times
fucker.
in a row. Would you like to use Indomitable?
Come on,
Why
man.
the fuck
Go-
not?
Go for the full 4, Ket.
I swear to God, if I roll a 4 at this point,
There'll probably be like a 3.
Holy shit!
for those paying attention at home, I just rolled 4 straight 4s on dexterity saves.
Holy shit!
Why?
This is unparalleled. This is unparalleled. Holy crap!
The worst
This is
part
iconic.
is,
This is iconic, Jeremy.
I don't even mind saying this because it makes it funnier.
You're gonna tell me that the DC is 16.
The
aren't
DC
you?
is 16.
I hate you so much right now.
Well,
This is why we don't hit people, because it will curse your dice.
This is
in
true.
that case,
So what we're saying.
I'll use a portent.
Okay,
I'll use a portent.
to make that what?
Well, he would have
Tell me
rolled
you
a
have a
6.
5. Tell me you have
Yeah,
a 5.
I have a 6. I have a 6.
All right, 17, which would mean that you escape the slow
Okay.
effect. You're no longer slow.
Oh my.
At
That
the
is
end of your turn,
Oh,
at the end of your turn, I need someone to roll me a d10.
I'll do it.
I'll let. Okay.
I would, but I would just roll a 4.
That-
I was drinking, Jeremy.
So I want to point out that the D10 that Jack rolled to get the slow ray was also a 4.
Oh,
Okay, Corbin, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
Okay, cool. Is this a spell?
No, it's not a spell.
Oh man.
Oh, that's not an advantage, but that's still a 22 because since it's only targeting me, I can
So-
use my shield.
Yeah. So it sort of lifts its left hand, and the eye on its palm shoots out this purplish black ray of energy, which you immediately get the fuck out of the way of.
Nah, put my shield up front of that shit.
You rolled high enough that you didn't even need the shield. You just fucking.
He's like shield between you and it, but still got out of the way.
Yeah,
If it's
so-
black and it crackles, I shouldn't be on the other side, on the receiving end of whatever it is.
Nope.
It might have penetration.
Yeah, I know enough about magic to know that that's not healing magic.
It's not a good magic.
Oh, now I so want to multi-class into cleric and have healing magic that looks like that.
All right, that makes it Gashkar's turn.
So Gashkar will sort of slide up right behind the thing from the other side, and is kind of with Storm Herald held up, sort of in a high stance. You're looking the wrong way, and it's just going to crash in with both of her attacks.
Don't tell it to turn around.
It's going to be first attack. I'm going to reckless attack. 23.
23 hits.
That'll be 23 slashing damage and 4 lightning damage.
Okay.
Second one. 27.
Hits.
And that will be 18 slashing damage and 2 lightning damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action for the Razor Chain Gauntlets. 20
20 hits.
for 19 slashing damage and 3 lightning damage.
All right. At the end of your turn, if that's the end of your turn,
Yes.
you can use another legendary action. It vanishes and reappears here.
Damn it.
Oh, also, by the way, actually, there was one more thing. On that third attack, I needed to make a strength saving. Never mind, it's immune to prone. We already established that. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
So it vanishes. It's sort of like and the way it does so as you're watching it, it sort of like peels away, like its body peels away from existence, and then reapplies itself behind Gashkar, just sort of hovering above and behind the half-orc. It is also hovering now, by the way. Not far off the ground, but its feet are not touching the ground.
It is scorning the earth.
That makes it Winferon's turn.
It doesn't have any cover or anything from Gashkar, right?
No, it's just sort of it just moved from in front of Gashkar to behind Gashkar.
Okay. Well, Gwyn is gonna kind of sigh heavily, move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Pull out the longbow, aim for the big eye.
Right.
Oh, it shouldn't be an advantage. I don't know why, but 27.
Because you're a spellcaster that never rolls attacks, so you
Yep,
forgot
probably.
You never turned off auto advantage and auto damage. 27 hits.
27. Okay, so 7 piercing damage, hopefully into the eyeball itself.
That's just a regular longbow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch the arrow. Thunk. Tink, tink.
Yes, I was afraid of that. Puts the longbow away and prepares to do something else later.
You still did damage. It just has resistance to non-magical.
Oh, okay, so it did hit.
Yeah,
it wasn't like
hit.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it hit. It just hit and then fell out because it didn't hit very
Yep.
quickly.
Mhm. Yeah, okay.
All right, that makes it Hope's turn.
Okay. I don't like this thing. This is...
When you saw it spin around, slashing
Yep.
and ripping things, you're pretty
Mhm.
certain that's what it did to kill so many people at the same time.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
Ah, my
Fine.
blender theory was not incorrect.
I'm gonna be stupid. Let's do that.
Hang on, wait, I need to.
Okay.
Not for
Now
you.
we just need to.
Corbin,
need
you're
to,
just outside the cone.
Yay.
That'd be jarring. I'm big.
I'm
big.
It's just outside of it, but Lulu is now inside.
All right. I'm gonna walk forward just right in there. 10, 15, 20,
ah!
Get up in there.
40, right there.
Okay.
Turn on radiant consumption, because why not? And then
Yeah, that'll still work.
that'll
Really?
still work. Mm-hmm. It's not
It's
magic.
not magic.
It is.
The angelic descent
it is
aura
magical.
isn't magical.
It is magical, but I'm gonna rule that in that particular case, much like how Lulu's transformation is magical but is an innate ability, and much like how a beholder's own eye rays are magical but are innate abilities.
Beholders can't. If beholders fire
beholders-
their eye rays into an anti-magic cone,
That's
they
right.
don't work.
It's right. They can't
Yep.
fire their eyes into an anti-magic cone.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm still gonna rule it's fine.
Beholder bite's
Okay.
really terrifying for
Okay.
everyone around.
Yeah, believe me, I have been fucked DMing a beholder by that more than once.
Yeah, I'm still gonna rule it's fine because it's more of an innate ability than a magical effect. Much like how Lulu can turn into a werewolf and
That's fair.
rage. I love anti-magic, but I hate anti-magic because it's so fucking. It's like, how does everything interact with it?
Bonus action rage. Hey, Corbin! That's my turn.
All right, so Hope immolates herself
Yep.
and yells at Corbin.
And yells at her boyfriend.
Yep.
So what you're meaning to tell me is we may be fighting beholder person whatever, but it is also Tuesday.
Yes.
All right,
That's my turn.
its turn.
Yep.
Ooh.
Bring it on, you soon-to-be one-armed, one-eyed fucker.
Manipulate an object. Can I pull out a potion of some sort that I've got on my person?
Sure.
Okay,
Water
cool.
potion.
All right, it's a jar.
Right now, it's
Alchemist
pretty much
fire.
literally just a jar.
It's alchemist
well,
fire.
Alchemist
so
fire.
I need. Okay, so I need Gashgar to make a dexterity saving throw.
I have advantage.
Give me one sec.
Also, does a 16 hit you?
No.
You don't
16
need,
is
you
not
don't need to
hitting.
make the dexterity saving throw then.
I was gonna say, pretty sure 16 doesn't hit Gash.
You don't need to make the saving throw then.
Yeah.
It sort of like lowers itself down and stomps right at where Gashkar is, but Gashkar gets out of the way. As it does so, it shifts over, moving over here, raises
Sweet.
its other foot, stomps at Harry. Does a 20 hit you, Harry?
Of course it does.
All right, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to predict.
It's gonna be a 4.
I have a feeling.
If it does, I'm gonna call Roll20 sheets broken somehow. A 3.
It's a 3.
Oh!
So you take 41
was
points
right.
of bludgeoning damage.
Whatever.
You cannot use your spirit's abilities, Hope.
I can't.
No, you're in the middle of the anti-magic field.
Okay, fine.
Packet with Sentinel though.
You stomp,
That-
so it stomps, and Harry disappears. Harry, you reappear.
Okay.
Over here. Dimensional stomp. It
Your
teleports you.
entire strategy seems to be make me do nothing.
It was gonna do that to Gashgar too, but Gashgar dodged.
So it's guardian spirits, and it is an effect of my barbarian nature.
Yes.
It's-
Yes.
We're just going to be inconsistent about it. As long as
Okay.
each ability is rolled consistently, we're
All
giving up.
Yeah.
My
I mean,
my
that's how
storm
it
cloud
Yeah.
my storm cloud doesn't work in the
Yeah.
in the magic.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gashgar's storm calling also isn't going to work in the magic link.
All right.
In the anti-magic. And then it's
Oh no, this is fine. This is perfectly fine. I am
it's
okay
going
with
to look at Corbin.
I'm gonna hit it before it does.
Yeah, because Sentinel triggers when the attack hits.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
Does your range increase when you get big?
By 5 foot.
Okay, so you have different
I
range.
take
So, yeah.
5
'Cause
points
I'm
of
large
damage.
now.
Yeah, so you can hit it in response to it hitting
Harry.
Harry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Make the attack.
And okay, I'm gonna do a pushing attack to push it 10 feet away or 15 feet away.
Okay.
If it fails a saving throw.
No, God!
Pushing it further. From
I
Harry.
can push it in any direction, so I can make it hit the wall next to it.
Make the attack.
I take 5 points of damage. I put
24
that
hits.
on my token. So
So, let's do so 15 plus 8, 23 points of damage, and fails a 19 strength check, goes into the wall.
All right. Does have to make that because it's not immune to being pushed.
These things are.
I don't think anything is immune to being pushed except for a wall.
Incorporeal beings.
I
I mean, I don't think they have in their stats block immunity to being
immunity
pushed,
to being pushed.
but
I don't know.
You can't touch
Should
it.
go
It's pretty hard to shove
push
it.
Condition immunity shove. It rolled a 22 on a strength save.
Okay.
I feel like if something has condition immunity grappled, then it's probably immune to being shoved.
Yeah, I guess I would imagine.
Not if you cross the streams.
All right. Oh, its ability. That's at the end of it. That's right. So yeah, it looks at Corbin, and the eye sphincters closed. Gwynferon, you turn invisible again.
Fuck yeah!
As the eye closes, all magical effects in the area are now once again able to be applied. Now you could use your thing as a reaction.
okay. Well, no one's getting injured right now.
Yeah, not yet. And I need
Not yet.
I need Corbin. Not yet.
Yet.
I need Corbin to make me a Constitution saving throw.
So good at these. 27.
You are good at those, fortunately.
Pretty damn good.
You do not. You take 35 points of necrotic damage as sort of a beam of purplish light erupts out of its normal eyes and smacks into you. But you do not dissipate as a result of that.
good.
That's preferable.
And one more, it's going to try to stomp on Gashkar one more time. That's 3 attacks. It's 4 attacks, yeah. That's not the right attack. Wrong one. It misses Gashkar. Again. Gashkar continues to dance around while it's trying to stomp Gashkar away. End of its turn. It begins blinking again.
No. Never mind.
That makes
I
it
could.
Awesome. I'm gonna stab it really good. Okay. Yep.
Corbin,
Yeah.
Spirit Shield, I can do it on anything anytime you take damage. It doesn't have to be a physical attack, according to the sheet. So you reduce damage by this amount when I roll it.
Over to there. So I'm behind it again.
That much.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking do another right. Cause screw these things. Thunder damage has not so far caused that effect, so I'm doing Right of the Roar.
All right.
So I'm taking the damage for that, and then yeah. Just gonna easiest to note there. Okay. And what?
No, it's not. It's not related to you. I'm just moderately tilted that the grid is not aligned with the game grid, and so he's just slightly off center in that set of squares that he's in.
Mm-hmm.
It's close enough, and that's fair. Yeah, I'm just gonna make my attacks. Attack 1.
22 hits.
22. For 15 slashing and 10 thunder.
Yeah, so slicing yourself to get the sonic wave around, you slice through, this time it strikes true.
Cool. Second main attack.
31 hits.
31, thanks to the power of halflings. Well, actually, the one re-rolled as a 2, but thanks to the power of halflings still. 31. For 15 slashing and 5 thunder. Then the whip by the power of halflings.
Another power. Yep.
36.
My God.
And that's just going to be 9 damage.
All right. That makes it Corbin's turn.
Seem like I'm making anything of a dent.
Oh yeah, no, you're carving into it.
Okay.
Bonus action. I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on it because I can do that now. So bonus action, Hunter's Mark, and then I'm going to get up on this side of it, and I'm going to try to, or no, bonus action, I'm going to rage. Now I'm going to try to grapple it.
Okay, so you're not casting Hunter's Mark.
No.
I didn't note that properly. I edited my hit points to properly.
So I'm going to
note
rage, and then I'm going to try to grapple it.
Okay.
So
it's going to be an opposed athletics check.
I believe so. Damage. 25.
So you reach up to try to grab. You reach over to try to grab the arm that has all the eyes, and it just elbows you off. It succeeded its athletics check.
Get 2 more tries.
Yep.
So 24.
Okay. Again, it handily pushes you away.
Okay.
And pun.
Sherwood?
You hear Gwyn yell, "Try it again!"
Yeah, I was going to. So, last try. 31.
Guess what? It rolls a 1.
It rolls a 1.
It rolls a 1. Important.
Okay. Good, because it had.
I had a 1.
Good, because it had rolled a natural 20. Which
What did I roll higher?
no,
Or did it? Damn.
Oh.
you did not roll higher with the natural 20.
Okay. Then
But it rolled a 1 because of portent, so you have it grappled.
okay. So while I have it grappled, can I turn and slam it face first into this wall?
Do you
So
have,
it's
do you have any attacks left?
no, I can't move it.
Cannot move it.
Okay.
You can move yourself with it.
You can move it, but you
Yeah,
can't.
but you can't like slam it into the wall.
Okay, then I will move it over to this way.
Okay.
Okay, you can't pivot the direction you're holding it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's resisting. You didn't just pick it up. At the end of your turn, I'm going to roll a d10 this time. Okay.
Oh.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Corbin.
I'm also great at these, in case anybody wondered. Okay, I'm going to use Indomitable because I accidentally rolled an advantage. That's what the problem was.
Indomitable has worked so well for us so far.
Oh,
The
God.
first roll,
It's worked
so
well for me.
the first roll was a 4. The second one was a 14. Okay. So
Definite improvement.
the eye on the bottom of the hand shot a blackish purplish beam. The one on the top of the hand shoots a white beam out into your chest.
Uh-oh.
So,
This is a
Rather-
disintegration.
You're either about to get disintegrated or petrified.
Oh, no.
And I
Well,
don't know
It'll be
which.
fine.
You
don't
take-
worry.
I'll leave it up to John since it's only targeting me. I can still use my shield, which would make it a 16. But
You're grappling it.
We're grappled.
yeah, I know. But with one hand or with since we're both the same
Yeah,
size.
No, even with a 16, it wouldn't have mattered. You take 80 points of force damage.
Cool.
Yep, that hurt.
Yep.
Ow.
Whoa.
Does that
Okay.
put you to 0?
No.
Good.
Just super duper close to it.
I'm gonna
You are not turned to dust.
Thank you.
Dust.
Thank you for the 13 points of negated damage.
Good.
Oh,
Okay.
Damn.
I've been here
Hope
before. It's taken a lot longer, but I've been here before. This is spooky.
Hope has literally saved her boyfriend.
Harry, it's your turn.
All right. So it is currently, I have to remeasure this now. It is currently 60 feet away. Perfect. It still works. In fact, I wonder if, no, I can't. Well, you know what?
Get on the other
How
side.
tall is this thing?
Listen, I
It's
need my
about
space.
15 feet tall.
All right. Are you going to make me do triangulation shit to figure out what it would take to, so regardless, I'm going to move
Trying to climb up onto it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I am now 25 feet away from it, distance-wise.
Yes.
I am 30 feet. Sorry, 30 feet.
Okay.
Actually, no, this could work.
It's a 12
If I use a spell that gets me within 30 feet, could I end up teleporting on top of it?
Sure.
Okay.
Listen, I once had a character
20 to
that
hit.
teleported on top of Tarask. This is
Point of clarification. Did Gwynfron refill your steel wind strike?
Yes.
He did.
Okay.
So that was the damage roll.
Oh,
I just
shit.
didn't
For some
remember.
reason, it didn't roll. Interesting.
You have it set to an attack.
Oh, so somehow it removed my attack.
Yeah,
Thanks, Roll20.
does that.
Let me try that again. It's okay. Even if I miss, I think I teleport.
Yeah.
Well, I missed
Yeah.
because I rolled a 2.
10 misses, but you still teleport.
Okay. That's fine. That was mostly just to get me there. The damage would have been cool. But now that I am sitting on its shoulders, I am going to action surge.
Okay.
Time to be a lumberjack.
And I would say, and for clarification, the reason why I would say that would let you do it is because the Steel Wind Strike doesn't actually teleport you like 30 feet or whatever, it
Right.
lets you reappear
It
within
affects a
5
target
feet
within 30
of a
feet, but
target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So you can, like, you appear within 5 feet of him, and on top of him is within 5 feet of him.
Yeah. So I'm like there.
Yeah.
I told you I was going to get that arm. Hack! Hack! Hack!
Make your attack rolls. Not currently blinking because Lulu keeps turning off the blink.
It is
That
grapple.
is my job.
It is grappled
Good
as well,
job,
so yeah.
Lulu. Yeah.
Yeah, you just hear from Corbin.
So from where I'm positioned, since I am kind of flanky-ish,
You have advantage
I get advantage.
because he's grappled. You have
Oh,
advantage.
yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I can never remember whether grapple gives you advantage
Mhm.
or just restrain.
I
Yep.
think it's conditions.
I'm not concerned
I'm
with
also
it. You have
pseudo-flanking,
advantage right now,
You're
regardless.
still flanking.
I'm short and you're on top of it.
27 to hit.
Flanking vertically. 27 hits.
We will make that. You know what? We will make that a goading attack.
Should fear Harry into him. No.
So that is 10 slashing and 16 slashing. And it has to make a wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, all disadvantage on attack rolls against all targets other than me
Okay.
until the end of my next turn.
Wisdom saving throw.
DC is 19.
Rolled a 17.
All right. I know that most of what it does doesn't require attack rolls, but
Actually, except for the eyes, everything it does requires attack rolls. The
the
stomp, the disintegrating gaze, all sorts of stuff.
Second attack is a 28 to hit. We will make this a. We'll make this a distracting attack. So the next attack roll against a target by someone other than me has advantage if it's made before the start of my next turn.
I mean, it does hit,
So
so-
that is 12 slashing and 10, so 22 slashing. Third attack, 31.
31
This will just be
31 hits.
regular. 13 slashing.
Okay.
And finally, there's the natural 20.
Finishing strong.
And let's make this, is he holding anything at all?
Nope.
All right, I'm going to make it a disarming attack just to see to make his hand open because that gives me extra damage.
If you disarm him of his arm.
That's also the question.
Drop the arm.
Chop one of them tentacles off.
That would be good.
That's 22 slashing plus 17, so a total of 39 slashing.
Oh yeah, no, you just get up on top of him.
Did I
and
just
go
chop his
fucking
arm off?
ham all over him. No, you didn't chop his arm off.
Is it look close to chopped off?
No, interestingly enough.
Okay.
Oh, fuck him then. I need to because he definitely does not have anything magical on. I'm actually up a little bit. And you know what? Just because I will use my bonus action for my second wind.
Second.
Because I'm probably gonna have to use it at some point.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
So I get 30 hit points back.
Nice.
That makes it Gashkar's turn.
So Gashkar will once again sort of slide into the empty spot in its back, having some trouble. And she's going to go for her full suite of attacks again. Storm Herald with advantage. 35
5 hits.
for 22 or 22 piercing damage. He very is piercing, no slashing. And 4 lightning damage.
All right.
Second attack, 35 again
35 hits.
for 15 piercing damage and 2 lightning damage. And we're going to grapple on that one. And the Razor Chain Gauntlets for 30.
3 hits.
For 18 slashing damage and 3 lightning damage.
For clarification for Jeremy's benefit, while it does have a troll arm, it does not have the troll you lop off bits of it quality.
That's fine.
Because I don't
I
want
still take that arm.
the people that made the people that made this didn't want it to make more of itself.
That is a fair.
We've made a super weapon. What if it could make more super weapons? No, that's
If it takes on personality affects of the things it has pieces of, making more of itself would be particularly bad.
That's how sci-fi horror films begin.
At the end of Gashkar's turn, I'm going to roll another d10. Ooh, a 6. Haven't rolled the same thing twice on any of these, which is kind of fun.
I mean,
That is
that's
nice.
good. That means no one's getting disintegrated at this particular instant.
Yet.
Of course, there is still the death ray.
Corbin,
God damn it.
give me a strength saving throw.
Yeah, I got advantage. 31.
All right.
Natural.
That's a 1 and a 20.
An
Yeah,
eye right next to your face turns blue, and you
Not again.
feel something trying to lift you off the ground, but you just push through it and bear down on the creature and its shoulder and break the beam.
Awesome.
That was the telekinetic ray.
awesome. Awesome sauce.
All right.
Mind powers won't work on me if I'm not thinking.
Gwenferon.
Fucking hell. Wand comes out. It takes 16 plus 7, 33 points
That
of
was
force
a lot
damage.
of wands.
It was one wand.
No, there was a lot of ones on the
Oh,
damage.
yes. Yep.
How many
Yeah,
charges did you just spend?
All 7.
It didn't break.
It did not disintegrate.
Good.
But yeah,
It did not
7th level magic missile. And he's going to kind of pissily walk north.
Well, fine. I guess we're doing this now.
Okay. Yeah. Eshkill is not terribly pleased with what's happening.
Makes it Hope's turn.
God! All right. I'm gonna walk.
Don't get too close to your boyfriend.
Don't do, please.
I sort of want to do this thing, so
You could
we'll
always-
see.
turn off that, but you know.
Where do you? I'm not gonna turn it off. All right. Let's see.
This is the death of every Scourge ASMR, is refusing to turn off the
Wait.
aura.
If I do that,
just
does he
the
get hit
ASMR.
by it?
Yes, he gets hit by it.
Damn it. All right. Fine. Let's
This
do
is
it.
this is what happened to Valis.
All right.
You know what happened to
uh,
Alice was other people wandering into the aura.
I get up in there, and I'm gonna make
This is going to end
attack.
great.
Yeah.
The best
So
idea, Mark.
It is fine. I can absorb a few points of
What's
damage.
the radius of this thing? 10
10,
feet?
10 feet. Yep.
So if I'm standing on the shoulders,
I'll say you're outside of it, yeah.
Feet. Okay. Oh, I have advantage, so I'm going to do that one twice. 21 and 23. Both hit?
Both those hit.
Okay.
I was
so
waiting
that's-
for the damage. I was like,
Yep,
was it?
sorry. 8 plus 3, 10 plus 3. Give me a sec.
it's 13.
Find that. Takes 20 from the radiant consumption.
As does
and-
everyone else. As does Lulu and Gashkar.
No. they don't take 20. They take 10 if they end it within my turn, within my radius. Sneak attack.
I thought it was on the end of your turn.
At the end of,
End
your
of my turn. Yep.
Yeah.
Sneak attack 14. My reaction resets, and then bonus action disengage.
Oh, that's right. That's the radiant consumption bonus to damage
Yep.
on the attack.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yep.
Right.
Disengage to go right here. And then it takes 10 more points at the end of my turn.
All right.
Okay.
Winferon. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Tactical.
Is this against a magical
No, this
effect?
is this is not against a magical effect.
Okay.
You want me to add those all up? Sorry,
Jesus,
babe.
that's terrible. I'm using lucky. I don't care. 27. That's more acceptable.
Lulu and Gashkar, you two can also make this intelligence.
Cool.
Actually, no. All of you can make this intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Because you have all encountered something like this before.
Ooh.
I rolled a natural 20 for what it's worth
I
with
have
my
advantage
+0
on
modifier.
everything. Making my intelligence save a 12.
All right.
23.
Everyone rolls high enough, including Harry. This thing should be dead.
Mm.
It's still going. You've recognized this before. Certain species of troll will not die unless they have been dealt damage from either fire or acid.
Can't do that, sorry.
Like, even
That's
if it's
fair.
at 0 hit
Sorry,
points, it'll
I have
continue
an acid
operating
vial
until it's
that I
been...
got from
And it literally just hit 0.
Okay.
Hope took it to 0.
Actually,
But
Alright.
it's still operating because it hasn't taken any
Good to
fire.
know.
Can I slowly
And now
pull
it's
out
its
a
turn.
vial of acid?
Yeah, now it's its turn.
Can I slowly pull out a vial of acid?
Sure, while it's taking its turn.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
We're
Harry's
still
going to be action surging. First action, light torch. Second action, jam torch into neck.
Well, while you're doing that,
Oh, that
I
would
need
probably-
everyone except Gwynferon to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Okay.
Gonna go great.
Is this from a
Blender
thing I can see
time.
coming?
Yes, this is from an attack you can see coming.
Is
I
this from
actually
a
rolled well on
Okay.
a saving throw.
Sweet.
this-
I have
with this
advantage.
turn.
My second and my last indomitable. I did
26?
better on the first one.
Oh God. Why?
I mean, I feel like two of us probably made it.
I'm hoping I made it with the 19.
All right. So, I'm going to go in order of people who failed to succeed. Corbin and Gashkar. 2 of you failed. You both take 58 points of slashing damage.
I take half of that.
Oh,
Yeah, so do I, but
It
doesn't
is
matter.
magical slashing damage.
I'm raging.
That's right.
Barbarians don't care if it's
Doesn't
magic.
matter. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Everyone else succeeded, taking half damage. So,
And I take no damage
Which is
because
how
of
much
evasion.
damage total?
which would be 29.
Okay.
And yeah, if you've got evasion, which Hope does, then you take no damage.
Okay, I'm going
not
to
have
use.
evasion.
Yeah, I'm going to use because evasion doesn't use my reaction.
No, it's just a thing.
Nope.
There's no protection for like being on the shoulder and outside of the slashy point.
No,
Okay.
you're within 10
Those
feet
those
of it.
those tentacles, man.
That's what the tentacles are.
Fine, it's
Lulu,
fine. I'm good.
Lulu, spirit guardians.
Okay.
So you
How much do those absorb?
Uh,
Die roll.
spirit shield. Oh, that's terrible. 5.
That was really bad.
That was really bad. Okay.
It's fine. I actually regenerate health points, so I'm
Okay.
not in a
All
I'm
right.
not actually in all that bad of condition.
Me
Okay.
too.
And
I can't
it-
see Harry's
as
bar
you-
because you're underneath the thing.
After it finishes spinning around as Corbin falls away and hits the ground and is no longer restrained, it begins to do the blinking effect again, which is very disconcerting for you, Harry, because you're on top of it. So you're
I
like,
am
oh,
still-
fuck,
I am-
oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. because
I am still grappling it.
You start dropping, but then disappear.
Right.
Yeah, Gashkar has Storm Herald.
And
in it.
it's also disconcerting for you, Gashkar, because Storm Herald doesn't leave its body.
So my
You're
spear
like,
just kind of going side to side.
Yeah, basically. Your spear is jerking around.
You're fighting a very large fish.
Yeah.
I like to imagine it's that clipping effect where they didn't expect you to use this weapon on this monster,
Exactly.
but it's sort of not quite there.
And you see several of its wounds begin to seal themselves closed.
It's all right. This weapon was made for spearfishing.
All right. That's its turn. Lulu.
Yeah, I didn't take the fire right because that was boring. Shit.
I feel like Harry's just on top doing the Star Trek react to a hit thing of.
Basically, yeah.
Also, because I always forget this, Ancestral Guardians, every time it attacks something other than me, the damage that everyone else takes besides me is halved.
Let me look at that
Let me
ability.
put it in the
What in this
Yeah.
context?
Put it in chat.
Yep, here, give me a sec. When the target hits a creature other than you with an attack, that creature has resistance to the damage dealt by the attack. Halved. I keep forgetting this one.
Yeah, no, so you all had resistance to that damage.
The
I
first
still got
creature
knocked
you.
out.
If you
hit
already
with-
had resistance,
you
it
hit
doesn't
the-
matter.
Did you hit it last turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you all had resistance to that damage. So it doesn't add double resistance. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you were already resistant, that doesn't matter. But
Mhm.
those of you that weren't already resistant, you took half.
I mean, I took half damage from saving. Is that the same
no,
thing
that's
for
not the same
you?
thing. So yeah, you take
No.
half of that. You would take half again.
Okay.
So you would
Right.
you have taken 14, which means you get 15 more hit points than you have.
Well,
Plus
yes,
5. So
but I
you're
also
taking
got
10.
+5 for the other thing, so I
Yeah.
still get 15 more hit points.
Yeah,
Okay.
you would have only taken 10 damage. Basically, 9 damage.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Sorry, I know
Corbin's
it's
still
my
down,
turn,
right?
but
That's
Yeah,
fine. That's fine.
hardcore.
Yeah.
As a blanket statement,
Yep.
this is why I said
Mhm.
study your mechanics.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's fine.
the reason I needed to resolve that first is if I was below 85 hit points, I would be regenerating some of those, but I'm not, so I'm not.
Right.
Sorry.
Cool.
There really isn't another party healer, so I have to do that first. Sorry, guys.
That's fine.
Uh,
We got this.
Yeah.
Do we though?
We do.
Do we?
No,
we
but
do.
someone get some fucking fire damage in here, because I sure can't.
I mean,
Actually, I might have a vial of acid or fire or something in here. Okay, so I'm using my healer ability on Corbin, which hopefully, barring any weird abilities on its part, Corbin, you get wait.
1d6 plus 24.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 24. Well, yeah.
Mhm.
It's unclear to me, and it always has been, whether or not it's the full regain for a creature that's unconscious, or Corbin just gets 1 hit point because I'm bringing him from unconscious.
An action
The
you can spend
ability
one use
reads
for each
as
kit.
is exactly, and healers' kits do generally take an action to bring someone to stable.
Yeah. I say basically you have either or of those that you can choose to do. So you can
Okay.
choose to just heal him for that much instead of stabilizing.
Cool.
I think the reason that first ability is still there though is because you can't use the second ability twice on the same creature for a short or long rest.
But you can
Mhm.
still
Right.
stabilize.
Mhm.
Yes, I was just asking for a GM ruling on.
No, that's how I would
If.
read that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Corbin regains 1d6. Good, because that means that he might not die to a disintegration.
There
I
is
mean,
um
The night is still young.
sorry,
One
it kept on rejecting the formula, so it's 25 hit points.
yeah, no, he'll still die to a disintegration ray.
He will, yes. That's not the point. The point is he's not dying of death
Yes,
saves. at
I'm
this
aware.
exact
I'm
moment.
just responding to John's statement because
God.
Anything else on your turn, Lulu?
I really don't have much I can do as a bonus action. Sorry, guys.
so good.
Actually, can I bonus action down a healing potion?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm doing that.
At the end of your turn.
Kill myself.
At the end of your turn, someone roll me a d10.
Got it.
6. Oh, I know that was the
that
2.
was the 2.
My bad.
7.
7.
Oh,
If that's
Still no
the
repeats, right?
I swear.
keeps being different ones.
Hope, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God, my favorite. All right.
Oh,
I have
God.
plus
Oh,
1
no.
to this
Oh
because
no!
I smoked a
think I
pipe.
know this might be-
So there's that. I don't. Let
Is
me.
Hope about to be
I
charmed?
love watching D&D vets fight beholders. I just want to say.
Oh no!
God
Oh,
damn it!
no!
Hope falls asleep.
Ah!
That's bad.
Eh.
Ah!
No, it could be worse.
It could be worse, but that's bad.
It could be. It could be. Hope is now trying to kill us.
Yes.
Hope falls.
Wait, when you take damage, don't you automatically wake up?
Yes, but
Yes.
you don't take damage till the end
Okay.
of your turn.
Cool. All right, that's cool.
So you
Okay.
kind of have your own alarm buzzer.
Yes.
You have your own
Like
those
painful alarm buzzer.
watches that will
I-
shock you
I-
awake.
I'm not raging anymore, though. Okay.
Oh, this is bad.
Corbin, you're on the ground.
I kind of just look up at it and go, "Oh, fucking die already!" And I pull the agonizer's gun or pistol thing off my belt, aim it at it, and shoot. Since now nobody's behind it, so it's got to make a.
I mean,
whatever.
Harry's on top of it, but
I'm on top of it.
Still not behind it.
Yep. Sorry.
so it and Harry need to make a dexterity saving throw, I believe, didn't it?
Yes, but I haven't used it in a long time, and I don't have the save.
Nice.
marked. It was
I
the
think
guy
I saved.
in the tower.
No, you got it from
Elemental
the
magistrate.
inventor. You got it from the inventor.
Oh yeah, that one.
Did you get a magic taser?
No,
I
got
really
it.
like
Yeah,
the
the
idea
fire
of
gun.
it explodes on you. Then
He also saves. I think the DC was
Well,
like
it takes
19.
half.
The DC was like 19. So.
Okay, yeah, I'll put it in there.
It was a Agonizer Scorcher is 4d6, I think.
Yep.
Actually, I have to roll to hit, and it's got to make a.
oh, is it a roll to hit?
Is it a roll to hit?
No, it's a dexterity save.
Yeah, no, it's just a dex
oh,
save. It shouldn't have a roll to hit.
18. There it is.
DC, there, it's 18.
It takes 10
10.
points of damage. Fire damage.
That's
As do I.
That is exactly enough to kill it.
I want to burn through its fucking chest. Just fucking scorch right through it.
So yeah,
Save the apple!
so yeah, this beam of fire just shoots out, engulfing, like sort of punching into one of the wounds it's made, like sort of just above the eye in the chest area. Just blasts out the back. The heat rising, catching Harry a little bit. As it then just sort of collapses down to the ground.
And still sort of smoldering. I am still trying to chop that fucking arm off. Well, I say, one of those eyes is mine.
All right. Hope, assuming everyone gets away from Hope. Hope you wake yourself up in a moment, taking damage.
Harry's busy. How much damage does she take from radiant?
10.
10.
Okay.
Gwyn comes over, cast
Yeah,
acid arrow on it once just to make sure.
It is.
Yeah, I think we're good.
down.
Those hurt.
Gashkar pulls Storm Herald out of its carcass. Well, that went well.
Harry, you move the arm.
Yep. I take one of those. I want the eye that did the disintegration stuff. I'm not going to use it for anything. I just want the eye.
I turn radiant consumption off.
Gwyn's gonna start trying to harvest eyes out of the arm as well.
Okay, give me a survival. Because Harry didn't care. Harry just popped it right out, which probably damaged the eye, but you're trying to carefully remove.
Lucky. 13.
You're pretty certain.
Still not great.
You're pretty certain you damaged a couple of them.
Okay.
Especially the one in the palm. You definitely did that one.
Yeah, well.
But you do manage to get a couple of the. You do manage to get the blue eye, purple eye, yellow eye out in time.
Blue, purple, and yellow. Okay.
The rest are all damaged. Are you trying to get the big one? Or do you want to leave it in there? As you all begin raiding the corpse for.
Would you stop taking bits off before I can get a look at it?
I took my 2 things. I am done. The rest is all you.
Gwyn turns to look at Hope, holds out his hand, and casts a 6th level acid arrow into the large eye.
The eye melts.
Sorry, what was that?
Let me take a look at it before you destroy the body.
All right. He'll step back.
Go over to it. Try and take a look. I have no idea what this thing is, but I'm looking for any sort of a clue.
It used to be an orc.
Yeah. But what? Orcs live
Give me an investigation roll.
caves and you're a half orc. Sorry.
That's functionally incorrect, regardless of whether or not you're talking about orcs or half orcs. Orcs live on the plains.
I don't know. 31.
To the other fighty ones. How many torches do you think we need to get rid of what's left of it?
Don't need torches. I can take care of it.
Okay, that works.
Winfron, make an intelligence save as well.
Okay.
So Hope, looking at it,
19.
So what you're primarily looking for is how this thing came to be, and if there's any clues as to what made it that way.
Yep.
It is all of the. So you're familiar with surgery and attachment of various things, and most of the times when you surgically attach something or surgically remove something, there's scar tissue or some stitches or anything.
Mm-hmm.
There does not seem to be any indication of how this creature was put together, other than it was born like this, and you know that can't be right. There is the integration of the body parts is seamless from one to the other. If you didn't know that several of these pieces came from other different creatures, you wouldn't be able to tell just by looking at it that these were not all native body parts.
Mm-hmm.
Gwenferon, you know somebody who would probably really want to investigate this body. He lives
From the Magisters?
He lives in a tower that he carries around with him.
While the searching over the body, Hope looking over the body is going on, Harry just quickly wipes down the eye, wraps it up in something, puts it away, pulls out water skin, and from a spot next to Gwynfront just holds it up to him. Here.
He'll take the water skin, look inside to make sure it's water.
Yep.
He'll take a small sip.
I thought you might need something to wet your mouth after all that salt.
Thank you. He'll take a swig, hand it back.
specifically the person you were thinking of is Galadir.
Right, Galadir, yeah. Mhm.
Why are we giving Galadir nice things?
Well, no,
He's
no.
done
Just
nothing
that
for us.
Gwynferon knows that Galadir would definitely want to investigate if he existed. So yeah,
I don't like.
there's no like maker's mark or anything like that. It's
Mhm.
not wearing
Yeah.
any clothes. It's just, and it's also not anatomically correct. It is just somebody picked up an orc, pulled off the bits that it didn't want, and put on extra bits seamlessly.
It just put on extra break. Sorry, my internet cut out halfway through that.
I said, from what you can tell by looking at it, somebody picked up an orc, pulled off the extra bits it didn't want, and put on new bits.
Seems like God bullshit to me.
I want to take the body back to the city and get a cleric to ask it some questions.
Can I?
Sounds good.
Over it
Do you
just to
need
see if
the
I-
whole body, or can you just get by with the head? Because this thing is large, and that would be might be annoying, but
Luckily, we have a large person.
we have several large people, yes. Just a thought if we wanted to keep things more efficient, but
We could also force the idiot standing outside into being lazy to do it.
I like
I
that
mean, if
idea.
they can.
There's a lot of them.
I don't care whether they can or
don't-
not. I just want to see them try.
I don't know how long I'm going to be like this, but I'm sure I can get it back into the city. We should probably get something to cover it up so we're not dragging it through the streets too, because this is pretty unnerving when it was moving.
Oh no,
What do you think?
we have to carry this through the streets.
Well, yeah, but not uncovered.
Oh no, you don't understand. That's exactly what I mean. We need to carry this through the street uncovered.
Yes, Harry's looking for a
currently-
parade.
No, I'm not. Currently, there was a mass murder that took place, and people are fucking scared. They need to see something dead being dragged through the streets, so they're set at ease a little bit.
That actually is. I agree with Harry on this, yes.
GM, what if anything would I know about the function of the Speak with Dead spell as it pertains to creatures that cannot speak when alive?
An Arcana. Do you have access to that spell?
No, but I do have access to lots of blood magic.
Give me an Arcana check.
Including some of the puppeteers that
Can
dead. So you know.
talk to an orc. Oh wait.
Just on the off chance, I don't know this orc, do I?
You're pretty. You're. If it couldn't speak.
Yeah, that's a,
if it wasn't able to speak, then Speak with Dead will not help.
Can I make like a medicine check? I understand we can't tell how things were added, but whether or not it would still have the brain and
Yeah, go ahead and
the
give me a medicine
vocal
check.
cords I might
Vocal
expect of a
cords and
speaking
that.
creature.
Do Corbin and I recognize the orc?
No, neither one of
'Cause
you recognize the orc.
We
Okay.
encountered one.
Well,
Okay,
and I
good.
spent time at
At a cult here in War Priest training facility.
Yeah.
That too.
just wanted to
Medicine.
make sure.
John, something in Roll20 chat for you.
Yep, I see it.
Cool.
You get an affirmative response.
Okay.
So, yeah, Lulu, you sort of do a quick, like, are you trying to cut into it or just a hand and eye inspection?
If I cut into it, I'm going to avoid cutting anything that would have allowed it to speak, but cutting it stops.
Yeah,
that.
no, looking at it, it definitely has vocal cords, and it does have a brain. Just from your cursory knowledge of humanoid skulls, it does not have an orc brain.
I mean, talking to it's gonna be that brain isn't an orc's brain. Illustrating it by
Is
pulling up
it?
the little flap and showing the brain matter.
Yeah, so,
And like it's probably got some level of vocal articulation. So you'll need a cleric that speaks orcish.
It did growl at me.
Can
Yeah.
I identify the brain?
That doesn't mean it can. So At least the necromancy I'm familiar with for talking to the dead all requires that the dead thing be able to understand you and talk.
Right.
Well, if you need someone who speaks Orcish, we can find someone to cast that spell into my seal.
But
Okay, but
Lulu just said
but
it didn't
you
have an
understand
Orcish.
what I'm saying.
No,
This wasn't.
You
this
had
wasn't-
mentioned needing to find a cleric who speaks Orcish. I was responding to that.
Oh, this doesn't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what you're saying is, this doesn't look like somebody who was once sentient and all normal in person. Like this is.
He was growly and eating people, which doesn't necessarily mean he isn't able to speak, but
There's a lot of
one,
those.
those spells don't compel honesty, and two, he may not be able to understand or speak at all, depending on what kind of brain that is.
You're not wrong. That's good to know. I still think, since I do think we should drag this thing through the city, doesn't hurt to go talk to a cleric.
I'll huck it over my shoulder.
Are you gonna get arrested for that? Because I will totally break you out of jail, so we don't have to pay for it.
Nah.
Gwenferon, if you wanted to get a quick glance at the brain while Lulu was sort of holding the flap open, give me a nature.
Ba-boom! Natural 20.
You can conclusively say that you have no idea what this belongs to. It is not a.
Hey, for fuck's sake, that's a mighty weird looking brain.
It is not. It is, for one thing, it is blue. For another thing, it does,
Must be cold.
It does not correlate to the traditional humanoid design.
It's not laterally symmetrical.
Yeah,
it's not.
Right?
It
It doesn't have ridges. It has spikes. It's anchored into. It's anchored in by its own structure to the skull, as opposed to being free floating.
This is when we learned this thing's brain was an intellect devourer.
No. Gwen would recognize an intellect devourer.
Given my nature as a blood hunter, and I understand I already have advantage for other reasons, can I get a sense of the type of creature category?
You don't even need to make a roll for that. This is an aberration.
Okay.
You're officially naming this creature Abby Normal.
Yeah, it's not a lot of aberrations that carry on extended conversations about how they're crazy and beyond our comprehension.
I mean, there's a few, but you're right. It's something to be aware of.
Where did that come from? Even the things that come out of the abyss, they're still recognizable.
I give you
probably magic, right?
I give you about 3 guesses, and anyone that doesn't start with a T and end with hour doesn't count.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. No, wait.
Lulu,
I thought those things were fucking trapped in there and not coming out of
They
it.
have agents on the outside, is what we've learned.
Oh, tower. Tower is a word that starts with T and ends with
Yeah, I
hour.
know, right? I had to think about it too.
Perfect.
Gwyn just kind of pinches the bridge of his nose.
I was running through.
The foresight smarter.
I was running through all the gods. Like, no, that doesn't fit. That doesn't fit. That. Is there a god? Oh, duh.
I don't know if any of you remember, the things that were made and came from the tower did not make a whole lot of logical sense in the real, and having one of those made on the outside makes a bit of sense.
Right. Well.
Yeah, that could definitely be it. Though, weren't those demons?
They were demons, although demons can make twisted creations when they put their minds to it.
Okay.
Really enjoying this talk. Can we do it while we move?
Yeah.
I've already got this thing over my shoulder.
We have a stop to make on the way.
But stop.
It would actually be past if you wanted to walk through, because he's on the north side. You're
Oh,
on
okay.
the south side.
Oh, okay. That's right. After we carry this through the city, we will need to take it to Magister Galadir.
He's not a magister, just Galadir.
Yeah, okay.
Who and why?
The wizard guy?
Yes, he's the one who
We want to
is going to.
do it before we let a wizard cut it apart. If we're gonna try and talk to it,
Yes.
Potentially.
I'm
But
right.
after, yes, if we want to talk to it, we'll do that. But it does need to be dropped off. He is the expert on these sort of things and will probably be able to give us even further information that won't require it to be honest or even talking.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys, you all, I think all of you except for Harry, have seen him extract information from a being's brain and put it onto a scroll.
Yeah, I thought he said he needed living things for that, and that's why I went out and fetched a hostage.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
Yeah, he has done that to a living thing. That is a capability he has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whether or not he could do anything with this one,
I mean,
It's within the same vein at the very least.
so you're saying we need to resurrect this thing? All right, good. I get to kill it again now.
God, please. It's a hard fight.
Let's go.
Yep,
So-
let's go
you guys head out.
tell them.
You find the as you exit carrying this body, these 4 rangers sort of stand up again.
See, again, this is why we went in.
Fuck is a big.
Yeah, I went down 6 feet and I came up 12 feet tall.
I mean, they're looking at the guy, but
Yeah, that.
Gwyn is keeping an eye on Corbin and waiting for Enlarge to wear off.
How long does enlarge last?
In the next, or it'll end after an hour. That's what I rolled that D4.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that good work.
Probably let them know that it's dead.
Yeah, looks over at one of the other guys, sort of makes a
If you
hand
want
gesture,
the
and
corpses, there's a lot of them in there.
yeah, we'll clear it out. Go on, head back to the city. We'll send word ahead. One of them, sort of just nods and ducks down and dashes away.
All right, let's get moving.
They sort of
Cool.
they move in toward the cave to and sure that they're falling around inside of it. While you guys head back to the city. So, you're heading back to the southern gate. How do you want to approach this maneuvering through the city?
I can bang things together if we want to make it very loud.
At the point after Corbin's Enlarge wears off, we can put it on Ice Pelt. In fact, if we want to, we can hang it from
As soon as Corbin's Enlarge wears off, he re-enlarges.
How long does your Enlarge spell last?
An hour. Oh, you mean his?
The spell.
Oh, Weaveborn can do it as many times as we need.
Okay, that works.
Well, I'm gonna climb on top of.
How
Corbin
many
and the
hours
dead
does it take
body.
to traverse the city, even carrying something heavy?
A few.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
fine.
question.
It's
How long?
It's gonna take it's gonna take a couple of hours, about 2 hours to get back to the city where you guys are at,
Mhm.
and then it's gonna take about 4 to 6 hours to get from the south gate to the north gate, depending on what you guys want to do between those 2 gates.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's my question is if I know, like, if they're carrying this, I've lived in the city my entire life, and if they're carrying this thing through the city to get to where Galadier's tower is, and I know where that is because I visited it, how long would it take, and how long would it take me on my own to get through the city, to get to where they are?
Carrying the thing, carrying the corpse, it'll take them about 6 hours. For you by
Okay.
yourself, about 4.
Okay, 4.
If we have if we wanted to get the spell in someone's hand, probably someone that speaks Orcish, should they split off, go ask a temple to get that, and meet back up with us?
Sure, I can do that. See ya.
Do you speak Orcish? Bye.
No, but I'll get a cleric who can.
They can come
Okay,
with.
either or, I think.
They can come with because then it can be a little more flexible.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Harry has completely abdicated any kind of offering input in this because she doesn't care what happens as long as she can climb on top, and she's on top of the dead thing as we enter the city saying, "Yep, we killed this, guys. It's
All right,
fine. Go
so-
back to what you're doing."
Corbin, make me an enlarged athletics check.
My
Harry-
carrying capacity is 600 pounds.
Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Okay.
Harry, make me a performance check.
It's a 15-foot tall thing. I'm sure it probably weighs a little more than 600.
30.
Can I
And I have advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage. So
can I make a case for persuasion instead of performance?
sure.
Good, because I'm plus 10 on that and plus 4 for performance. 21.
So yeah, you make a big fuss, and as you're going through, you draw a crowd, as obviously you would with a giant carrying another giant that is dead and has parts of it ripped off.
Yep.
And as you're going through, a couple people, recognize you guys as some of you as members of as people that have been in the Adventurers Guild. I can talk. And a couple of the sort of the peasants just sort of start calling out, asking what your group's name is.
We don't have one.
That's the
Give me a second.
we don't have one is the official response.
Yep.
No, Lulu stays quiet.
Actually, the official response is, we don't have one because having a group name is pretentious as shit.
Harry the heel, apple tea.
Waveborn.
Yes.
Are you feeling particularly culinary at the moment?
In what way?
Those are some damn good bread product pastry things, and a couple of us look like they could use one.
A plate of a plate of bear claws appears floating next to you.
Looking for Harry and grabbing it out of the air.
Harry's currently
Harry
20
is
feet
too
above
busy
you.
explaining to people why it is pretentious as hell to have a group name.
He tosses one to Lulu and one to Corbin.
Do I see anyone that looks like a gossiper or socialite in the crowd asking for
Absolutely.
names? What?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to stealth over there.
A bear claw hits you in the back of the head.
Okay, presumably I have eaten a bear claw at some point, but this is important.
Yes.
I'm gonna stealth over there, which I have advantage on and a good roll for.
If you're eating these restore health, not spell slots.
Oh,
Bear claws 4d. Sorry, 44 plus 4.
Mhm.
I should mention that part of the reason my health looks so low is because I haven't turned off of my I haven't turned off my blade. I'll turn it off when we rest.
Yep.
And this is there is a stack of 5. There's a stack of let's see 6 of them.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna go over to one of the ones who looks gossipy and inform them that our group name is Gashkaron. Gashkaron.
Ashkaron. Oh my god.
Give me a persuasion.
However you think that would be best spelled.
give me a persuasion check with advantage.
I have advantage anyways, but cool.
All right.
19.
So as you're in the middle of espousing why group names are for fuckers, Harry, there is a rippling in the crowd behind you, and you start to hear murmurings of the group Gashkaron having killed this giant monster.
You're all
Spelled however a ship name would be spelled in this context.
What? I don't get one.
You're named first.
Oh, sorry. I completely.
Do I have
I was too busy reading Gashkaron. I
Left.
didn't even see my own name.
So 2 things. 1, Harry doesn't need one because Harry heals 10 hit points every 6 seconds.
Okay.
And 2, that doesn't stop her from
Hi.
taking as many as she can get.
Right.
But
So, you guys are parading.
I'm sorry. What?
I rolled a pretty good stealth roll, I believe. Yeah, I
Yes.
rolled a 29 on stealth. So
You said
presumably
that to the crowd.
you don't see me before I'm back eating a
Yeah, no,
bear.
that
Hold
was
on,
from
hold
Harry
on.
to the
Let
crowd.
me roll my perception. Let me roll my perception.
Roll 20.
A 10, and that was a damn good roll for me.
Especially because you were rolling 4s a lot earlier today.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, while you guys are parading through the street,
You're all fucking idiots,
Yes.
she mutters to the crowd.
where are you going, Hope?
I am going. So, all right. We need someone to talk to this thing. And hopefully, I am assuming it would be easier to get someone to kind of like talk and know kind of a little bit more about the importance of the situation, so they might be able to help us for less money. Whoever's going to be interested in, hey, there's a cult kind of brewing stuff in the middle of this tower thing, and one of them came here. Would I have any idea of which of the gods would be better for that?
Ends in a Mar, ends in a dock. Or begins with a Mar, ends in a dock.
Okay, all right. I will go.
I mean, either that,
to
that also, alternatively, Marduk is one of the ones that would first come to mind. As like, if you want somebody that wants to help, like if
Yep.
the word
Just
help
help.
is in the sentence, Marduk's pretty up for it. Aside from that, exterminating cults, Eliana Rathis is definitely the Dragon Queen is definitely one that would be up for that. Helping with talking with the dead, you might look for Dagoth. Helping with nurturing life, that's Argon. Like there are a couple of different people that you could go to.
If you're looking for someone that specifically speaks Orcish, your best bets are probably Koltir or Marduk.
Well, Koltir does not have a temple in.
Yeah, so Marduk.
Yeah. Yep.
Kor is also another one because this was an attack on Kor. The god Kor would also be a good person who's.
Okay. Well, I haven't bothered this one yet. I'm just going to make my way through all the gods eventually. It's my goal. So I'm going to go to Dagoth. That seems
All right.
appropriate.
So the Caller of the Dead's priesthood are mostly concerned with keeping of graves and keeping graveyards. So you find the major temple of Dagoth in Kor is also the major crypt of Kor. Kor buries their dead underneath the city rather than in fields, so they actually have underground crypts that are guarded and patrolled by paladins of Dagoth, by clerics of Dagoth. So their temple is fairly easy to find. It's the least ostentatious temple in the whole goddamn city, because Dagoth doesn't give a shit. Like it's 2 steps away from just being a rickety shack. And yeah, you enter
like
in and you can find very easily. You find the antlered priests of Dagoth, who wear sort of black. They wear heavy black fur-lined robes that tend to have and a very pallid skull mask that has massive deer antlers protruding off of them, very much in the homage to Dagoth himself. So you find a hooded, robed figure with this imposing face mask standing remarkably close to you by the time you notice him. Shortly after entering into the tower, into the temple.
Creepy. Cool.
How may the caller of the dead assist today?
We have a dead thing that I'd like to ask some questions of. We went and killed a thing that I think was made by a demonic cult of some sort. And it was living in a crypt. I am assuming one that your priest used to maintain outside of the city.
The impassive mask stares at you. It's impressive that you can't even see the eyes of the priest behind the mask. It's kind of creepy. That kind of very. Very well. We have a speaker with you. Or would you like to bring it here?
My friends are currently deciding to do a parade of, just because, which is hopefully going to be useful. But if you could come, they're headed toward Galadier's tower. I think the body was an orc, but I don't know what the brain is. It's blue and weird.
Looks off to one side. Munificent, if you would. And a slightly shorter, slightly smaller framed individual wearing the exact same clothes and mask sort of steps up. Hello, yes, I will accompany you.
Thanks. And then this is where I ask the GM a bunch of questions because I assume I would know what's going to happen to all the people who died in the temple. What generally happens?
How do you mean? Like their bodies will be put back, recollected?
Is there
and interred?
Is there? Okay, there's usually funeral arrangements of some sort, or not?
Yeah.
This would be important to hope.
Yes, there would be some form of
okay
mass funeral.
Okay.
With options for individuals if anybody has family that they want to claim from the corpses.
Okay.
Like if nobody basically if nobody it depends if somebody claims them then they can do whatever they want.
Yep.
Within reason. But if nobody claims them then they'll just be assigned to a priest. A priest of Dagoth will actually go out and take care of them. So.
Okay. This monster killed a bunch of people I used to know. There's going to be probably a funeral. I don't know if I'll be there for it because my friends are in a hurry, but if that
then it sounds like you
there's Yep. Okay. I'll meet you over. Do you know the direction to the tower?
Munificent looks. I was simply going to follow you.
Okay. All right. Okay. I wanted to run an errand really quick. If you don't mind going to the what are they called? The center of the city where all the administration stuff is.
The Triumvirate?
The Triumvirate.
Yeah.
Don't mind going to the Triumvirate real quick.
They just sort of shrug.
Okay. Let's head out.
To follow you. So, the rest of you back in town. You make your way through. Are you just heading straight up through to get to Galadier's Tower? Where it's currently stationed?
Thought we were gonna stop off at the Cornet Rangers show.
You're muted, Aaron.
presumably we coordinated with Hope with whatever her plan for meeting back up with us was.
Yeah, I thought that was the general thing was
Yep.
that we're headed toward the wizard's tower.
Correct.
Yep.
Then yeah, that's where we're headed.
I want to clarify in case anybody else wanted to split off, because I know this group.
I'm gonna take
Fair.
the
No,
corpse
because
and I'm just
Gwen
gonna run.
remembers the other thing.
So, you guys.
Oh, by the way, Corbin, you're having to carry the arm for me because I can't, because I'm in an awkward spot on top of the body. So I'm sure
Yep.
you're fine. With that.
Yeah. No, I was getting really tired of you trying to carry it, and then it kept hitting me in the face. 'cause you were like-
That arm from
yeah, so I'm just
You're
gonna
just
take
lucky
this over here.
it's, you're
I'm gonna
just
carry
lucky
it
it's
like
the
a bat.
arm I cut off. That's all I'm saying.
The remainder of you make your way through and out through the gate. Where you find, standing, as it always is, the Black Iron Tower of Galadir. Well, as it always is, as it has been since he put it there. The Black Iron Tower of Galadir. Head up to the door. The door opens without you having to knock on it. And you are welcomed inside. Galadir is there, along with the several tubes of other Galadir, who just sort of standing there with his arms folded, looking up at the giant Corbin.
Galadir, Harry Appletea, Harry, this is Galadir, and his clones. Well, not exactly, but simulacra.
Oh no, the tubes of Galadir are clones. The simulacrum aren't here right now.
Okay, they're
only
not
one-
here right now.
there's only
Okay,
one
so it is the
standing
clones, yeah.
Galadir. Yeah.
Right. Galadir and his replacements when the need arises.
You wizards are fucking weird, man. I swear to God.
We know.
All right. As long as you're cool with that, nice to meet you.
Hello. So, what have you brought me today? He says, looking up at the corpse.
A big dead thing.
Hi, mate, check this shite out.
Oh. The other one is taken over.
Shut your fucking gob, you wee ankle biter.
I will chop your fucking something off.
I can chop things off of you just as easily. Goes directly into Harriet's mind.
I mean, you act like I'm not down with a to the death battle royal between us all.
I'm not
Anyway.
I would win,
So
but
we brought
fair
this
enough.
dead thing here. We don't know what it is, and we would like to see if you do.
Oh yeah, dead
It's
thing.
not fair. We know what it is. We just don't understand how it is.
Well,
That's probably that's
if
accurate.
you would be so kind as to carry it slightly further and follow me. And he will lead.
We've also got someone coming to potentially get information out of its corpse, so try not to mash its face too horribly.
That'd be useful. If they could revive it for it temporarily, I can probably access its brain. We'll do that then.
Gwyn leans over to Gashkar. Keep an eye on things for me then. I'm going to wait out here.
What was that, Louis?
Very quietly whispering to Gashkar.
Yeah.
What are you? Any particular reason?
I need to meet somebody.
Good luck.
Thank you.
A heads up on the brain. It's not a. Well, it is a brain, but you'll see. You'll see. It's funny.
Fascinating. And he leads the group of you that are following him up into a laboratory.
Right.
I'm scrying on hope.
Okay.
I do not see Gwen not coming with.
Holy shit, no you don't.
Because I got a -2 total on my perception.
Is a 20
think you
enough
voted.
to pick up whispers? That's a GM question, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really care, but I totally do notice.
Legit.
So the group of you move on. Those of you that are following Galadir find yourselves heading up a spiral staircase a couple of times and end up in a large laboratory that seems dedicated to magical fabrication and exploration. And by seems dedicated to that, I mean there are caged elementals in the four corners of the room, that are fully formed but bound by magical chains to the corners of the room. Earth, wind, fire, and water in the four corners. There are bowls filled with magical with various body parts and types and jars of things all over. Like if you imagine a high arcane magical laboratory, this is it. And he has you put the body down on a table in the middle of it, where he begins sort of not touching it yet, but investigating and sort of like looking over it and just sort of analyzing what he can see visually.
You don't need the arm, right?
Not permanently.
I mean, I guess that was less of a question, more of a statement of you're not getting the arm.
Fine.
All right, cool.
See it how it associates with the body, but other than that, it's there.
It attaches at the shoulder and moves back and forth.
All more complicated than that, but thank you.
I mean, no, that's how. Sinew. I mean, there's muscle and sinew and things like that.
While Galadir is looking at it, Gwynfron, you're scrying on Hope. Hope, make a win.
Yes. She's at a -5 because I assume I know the target well.
Yes.
Okay.
You are
I'm stealing my
familiar with
stuff though. Good. That's a 10 because I suck at wisdom
which
saves.
would make it a
Makes it
5.
5.
Okay.
You see Hope. At this point, Hope is still traveling towards the Triumvirate. So you see Hope walking through the city with a priest of Dagoth following behind.
Okay. Based on, can I see any of Hope's surroundings? Get an idea of about how far away from here she is.
You can't get an idea of how far away she is, but you get an idea of that she's in the city moving.
Okay. All right.
And are you just continuing to watch for the next
10 minutes? Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Tim, over the course of 10 minutes, because it takes about an hour to get from where Hope was to...
Right.
Over the course of the next 10 minutes, you see Hope traveling through the city, and then it stops.
Sounds good. Mhm.
Hope, about an hour after leaving the temple, you find yourself in the triumvirate area, where all the admissions are, where the royalty live and things like that.
Okay. Oh, we have a king and a queen. Okay.
There is nobility in this. There is nobility and royalty in the city. None of you ever really interact with them. They don't have.
How?
They don't have. They have political power, but not bureaucratic power.
Okay. Random question. How does it was the land that the temple, the shrine was on, is that public property?
The fire, the Eternal Flame Shrine?
Mm-hmm.
No, that was private property.
Okay. All right. I would like to go and fill out however many forms I need to take ownership of that land.
Okay, give me an investigation.
This will take you the better part of 5 days.
I don't know how long it's going to take, but I want to start.
That's very
20.
Optimistic.
Yeah.
You check around and you find a couple of things that you need before you can even start it. One, you would need the deed, which you don't know where that's at. 2, you would need proof of your of how you acquired the deed, whether that be verbal consent from the owner or written contract or anything like that, as for the sale of the land. 3rd, it's currently in the middle of an investigation, and while that investigation may soon be wrapping up, no transactions are going to be applicable until that investigation is wrapped up. 4, it's then going to take about 2 or 3 weeks of processing as well as paperwork in order to finalize the acquisition of the land.
This is when you hire a lawyer, Hope.
I mean, this is something you do before Selena leaves the party.
So
Oh, well, you left.
you will
Or
be
we
able.
ask
So
any of the 2 or 3 high charisma characters to deal
you
with.
will be able to acquire the land theoretically if you acquire the deed, proof of however you're laying claim to the deed. In this case, it'd be a relationship. Owned it. And 3 time.
I had an appointment with the Ebony Judicator.
You check
Can
in
I
on
go
that?
and see?
You check in on
Yes. Yes.
that? Hey, your appointment was 3 days ago.
Fuck.
Your appointment was literally the 10th.
God.
It is now the 13th.
Whoopsie.
I go up to the person at the desk. It's the same lady.
No, it's a different person.
Okay. All right. Good. Hi. I'm Hope. I had an appointment 3 days ago. I was waylaid because I was helping clear the tower and save the world. Can I get one today?
He flips through the books. If you had an appointment, we can reschedule it for this evening. There is an open time slot.
Perfect. Please put me down. What time?
She gives you the time. It's basically just after dusk.
Good. Thank you.
Anything else?
For Hope
I
to
grab one of the forms for regaining my possessions. I start filling that out as I walk back
Okay.
or walk onward to maybe
After a while, Hope arrives at the tower with the priest of Dagoth and
Just out of
paperwork.
curiosity, how long is it until dusk?
You've got about 5 hours, 5-6 hours.
So basically,
Alright.
one trip across the city.
By the time Hope gets to the tower, you've got about 5 or 6 hours.
Gwyn's sitting there on the stairs, Weaveborn across his knees, looking at his pocket watch, which he snaps closed as Hope gets there. Who's your friend?
This is a Munificent?
Munificent.
I can't remember how you pronounce that, John. Munificent. Yes, thank you. Munificent. Priest of Dagoth.
Ah. Well, if you're here to talk to the dead thing, it's upstairs. Go ahead and go on in. Hope will be just a moment.
Dagoth nods,
So
slides in.
I would say I can very easily be told to go elsewhere, but at some point in this examination thing, and by this I mean about 6 seconds into it,
Cool.
Harry would have gotten bored and left.
Okay. Where'd you go?
Probably just outside.
Okay. So Harry is outside of the tower.
Yeah.
Swinging her axe at something.
Yep.
Probably the tower.
Yep.
Just
Really not making a dent. It's kind of impressive.
That's okay.
So, bing.
That's good. I'm using the tower to sharpen the axe.
There you go. In front and Hope are outside. Or
Yep.
in the lobby or what.
out on the steps. Assuming that there's steps.
Sure.
What is it that you don't like about magic so much, Hope?
It is frustrating. It does a bunch of things that a bunch of people in this city can't defend against or do anything about. So it just stops things and rearranges reality to make it something else temporarily, but
Would you say a thunderstorm does something similar, if not the same? Are you frustrated by those too?
I've yelled at clouds before, yes.
Half angel yells at Cloud.
Accurate statement.
Now that this thing's dead, are you feeling any better?
No. But it's dead.
Kunk.
Did you think killing it would make you feel better?
No. I wanted to kill it. I think
Why
I'm gonna
then?
feel terrible for a while.
Probably. So what are you going to do?
About what?
About
And why are you
the
asking
state
about
that
what
your
I
mind is
feel?
in. We'll get there.
What?
We'll get there. But what are you
Okay.
going to do about the state that your mind is in?
I don't know.
Do you think continuing to expose yourself to dangerous, possibly traumatic situations like we are probably going to experience if we keep going down the path we're utilizing is going to be good for you? In the state that you're currently in?
This is not supposed to be good for me. This is because I have to do it. Because I can't just not do it.
What is this it now that you're talking about?
Finish the tower. Do what the God Emperor asked me to do. I have to do it because
You didn't have to do it yesterday.
something. Yes, I did. I made a deal.
If you'd
Also, I
had to do
rushed
it yesterday, we wouldn't be here right now. We would be further south of the
I
city
didn't
or
have to do it
inside the
at that
tower.
exact moment. I didn't have to do it at that exact moment. I mean,
All right.
long-term goals.
Sure. But do you think now is the best time for you to continue to pursue that? Or do you need time to heal?
And meanwhile, you're all gonna go off and fight a dragon. I can't let you do that without me because I've seen you all work. Just Harry is going to stumble into something and get squashed because she doesn't realize that things she realizes things are dangerous. It's just, I don't know. She's just
That the dangerous things are there.
yes, pointy bits. Because
So a dagger
don't
slams
want-
into the ground next to.
It's like she's standing right here.
Hi, Harry.
Oh, sorry, I dropped that from over here 30 feet from you guys. Let me come get that. Tunk.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Mage hands it back over to Harry. You're not in a good place, I don't think, Hope. And I don't think you're letting yourself think about that too much.
Why are you asking all of this?
We'll get to that. Can you tell me that I'm wrong in what I saw, though? Honestly, if you look inside yourself for a couple seconds.
I'm just trying to do things and you don't... You don't even care about this, so just leave me alone.
No, you're right. I don't care about this, but I care about you.
Fine.
I saved you a bear claw.
I like waffles more. Fine.
Harry dashes to grab it.
No!
Hold person.
Fine.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Harry.
Oh, this is going up fucking well.
Shouldn't that be
You could crit.
at this point?
I did not crit. I rolled really well though. I got a 14.
Yeah, it's a 21.
Yeah.
Oh
Midair.
my god. Would you... Harry? Let Harry go.
Once the bear claw is in Hope's hands, the spell drops.
Harry, why are you trying to steal my bear claw?
Harry,
You hadn't grabbed it yet.
I saved you another one too.
I mean, to me, that sounds like you saved me two, but Hope got one.
You can interpret the facts however you'd like.
I will.
All right.
So, can I weigh in on this whole situation?
If you want, I suppose.
I mean, nobody's saying no, so I'm gonna.
You're going to anyway.
I mean, no, if somebody said no, I would be like, all right, none of my business. And I would walk
Really?
off. And,
Really?
Yes,
You would?
yes, absolutely.
Oh my goodness. This is a surprise. No one respects my boundaries. This is great.
No,
No one respects my boundaries.
if nobody wants my opinion, I have no impulse to give it. Well, that's not true. I have the impulse to give it. Anyway, so
I don't quite believe you. Okay, go on.
no, it's all good. But seeing as it is okay, so a couple things. Gwen, you got good thoughts, but you can't do this kind of thing after you've been a dick to Hope for about the last week. It don't work that way. You can't say, okay, I'm going to make all the decisions for you and so on, and then say, well, what do you think? Because that doesn't. There's problems there. I'm not book smart, so I don't know the term, but that's fucked up. And Hope, if you want to do this, do it, but don't do it because you think we're not capable of doing it without you. We would be able to. I'm not saying that we can't use your help, but I am fully capable of handling myself when it comes to a fight, and there are other people here who are capable of doing what I can't do well to get to the fight, and so on and so forth. If you don't want to do it, but you feel like you have to personally get involved, cool. I kind of feel like you kind of want to in a way, but that's my personal impression. Regardless, we're not your reason for not doing it. I just felt like I had to get that out there.
Noted.
I'm gonna eat my bear claw.
It heals
I'll get you some more later.
It heals you 44 plus 4.
I don't have any damage.
It still heals you 44 plus 4,
I
whether or not
healed
you have any damage.
I heal damage. This is great. I'm almost up to full. I'm down 3 hit points. All right. Whew.
So on that bombshell is where we're going to end, and we'll leave the dissection of the beast. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hello.
Goodbye.